can't make it, you can make it online if you want. So something I've been doing lately is what I'm pretty excited about is I've been swimming in the lake, and I started swimming in February, which is like normally you start swimming in like July, kind of like, I'm imagining I live in New Zealand because it's summer there right now. So I started swimming in February, and it's like the 23rd. I've probably gone like 15 times or something like that. And there's lots of things that are great about it. But I was talking to my wife yesterday about, the day before about it, and I recognize like there's this initial part where you get in the water and you think you're going to die, and then there's like 2 minutes of heaven, and then there's this ending part where you feel like if you don't get out of the water, you're sure you're going to die. But there's the middle part that's kind of great, and that initial part, the way that you have to get through it, like you're getting in as cold of water as you can get, because the lake's frozen, so you're finding places that the lake isn't frozen, which so you're getting into practically frozen water. Is breathing. Like there's this thing that happens where you have to really focus on your breath, because all your breath is sort of taken away, and you have to like kind of take control of your breath in order to kind of calm down, and that takes about 30 seconds. And then after that, it's like you don't really think about it anymore. It's kind of interesting. But there's that first part where you could sort of panic unless you don't breathe. And so it just makes me think of breathing and the power of it. It's great. I think it definitely helps me that I've been practicing yoga a little bit, because a lot of it's about breath. So just a reminder that breathing is valuable. So today, as we practice, we'll just be thinking about our breath a little bit. So sit comfortably, sit with your eyes closed. And first, just find yourself here this morning, or this afternoon. A little bit of low back curve, open through the heart, on through the neck. And there's lots of different, in yoga, there's lots of different methods for connecting to the breath. And today what we're going to focus on is trying to breathe evenly between the nostrils, which is kind of an interesting thing to think about, particularly with a mask, but I think it'll work out okay. So the breath will move nostril to nostril, back and forth throughout the day. And a lot of what yoga is about is like trying to find the balance. And it's sort of interesting to kind of consider, like, wow, can you breathe more on one side than the other, which you can. So just sit here for a few breaths, and notice if you are breathing more on one side or the other. So first be aware of that. And most of the time we are. There's some times when we're breathing evenly, but most of the time we aren't. And then try to even out the breath so you're breathing through both nostrils evenly, which, is possible to do. It's sort of cool to try try to do that. So, if you're breathing more on the left side, like what I was, see if you can move it more, getting more to the right nostril. And it's this idea of that you can be kind of in charge of your breath, instead of getting in the cold water and your breath being taken away from you. It's like, no, I'm in charge. So it's really empowering, actually. So feel like you're in charge of your breath here. And nice long inhales and exhales. Feel really good. And then we'll just focus on that throughout the day. It really brings awareness to your breath when you just consider this balance. It's kind of fun. So bring your palms together to your heart. And we'll start by chanting the sound Om together. And we'll just do that one time. It's a nice way to start. So take a full exhale. And a deep, sweet inhale. Right on. And release your hands. Open your eyes. And then inhale, raise the hands up. And we're going to exhale, twisting to the right. So just bring your right hand behind, left hand on the right knee, over your shoulder. I'll do my best to kind of do opposite you. A little bit of twist. And really connect to the power you have over your breath. The thing that can happen, the dangerous thing about getting cold water is you can panic and think like you are in charge of your breath. And so it's really great to realize who you are. And you can control how long your breaths are, you can control side to side, and as you do the side to side breathing, try to make the breath, just long and comfortable, just more natural breathing, but balanced like this. And inhale back to center, raise the hands high, and we'll exhale to the other side. So going to the left. Think about being really rooted in the hips and twisting above the hips. And if it's okay to turn the head, great. If your neck's a little tight, you just go wherever feels good. What I find when I really connect to the breath is just how much the body is moving as you breathe. So maybe you notice that. And then inhale back to center, reach the hands high. And let's drop the right hand over to the right, left hand up. And turn, face the ceiling. Bring your left arm back a little bit. And really open through the left side of the ribs here. And towards to the right. And we'll focus on creating space for the breath today, so really feel space on the left side. And then come up, both hands, and exhale over to the left. Turn your chest more to the face the ceiling. Yeah. Your right arm back a little bit. Nice. And reach the ribs. The right ribs one to the right. Good. yoga, the breath is pranayama, and considered life force, which is true. You know, it gives you life, gives you energy. Can't do without it for very long. Okay, so come up, then place your hands behind you, back a little bit, and lift the heart up. So looking up, keep the hips grounded. Long through the neck. Open through the chest. And so as we open through different parts of the body, imagine you're sending your breath there and you're breathing evenly. It can be really meditative, focusing on the breath, which is great. And then come up and forward. We'll walk hands forward, and then curl. Keep your hips grounded and drop the head. And enjoy space in the back. So really reaching the ribs up, head down, heavy in your tailbone. Oh, yes. And again, you know, kind of make sure it feels good in the neck. You might let the head kind of swing side to side, just letting go in the neck a little. Great. And come up from that. And we'll come over onto our hands and knees into a table. So here, as you breathe, as you inhale, drop the rock the pelvis forward and drop the chest and lift the head. So nice space. And then as you exhale, curl the back. And just getting to know the breath a little bit today, noticing as you're breathing, is the breath moving side to side? Can you make it more even? And recognizing, you know, how you can take some control over the breath, like, you know, it's so interesting getting in the water, because you literally do lose your breath, but as if you're like, oh, well, I can, okay, let me just try to find that. It must be around here somewhere. Back and forth here. And then the next time you're arching, so your belly's down, with chin up. Take a couple breaths here. So shoulders gliding down, long through the neck, hips reaching back. And connecting to the control you have over your breath is really great. And also, you know, a great byproduct of deep breathing is it's calming. So you can really focus the mind doing that. And then we're going to curl the back and breathe here. So lift it up in the back. Finding space between each rib and breathing into that. Yeah. All right, and then let's come back to the center. Okay, let's do this. So extend your right leg back, straight back, and head forward. Then take your right foot way over to the left and set it down. And go ahead and look over your left shoulder for your right heel, which is back. So open through the right side of the ribs. Breathe in space.
Okay, come back, and then you gotta do the other side. So left leg up, and push back, head forward, and then bring that leg all the way over to the right, set it down, look over your right shoulder, long through the neck. We're just opening up like as best we can for our breath. So here, opening up to the side of the ribs. Okay, come back to table. Widen the knees a little bit. And hips back to the heels. Inch your hands forward so we're getting nice extended feeling here. And then drop your head down. Here's a nice posture to really check in with the evenness of your breath. And recognizing, are you breathing deeply? Awesome. Are you breathing evenly, side to side? I think it's pretty cool that you can adjust that. Like you can fine tune it a little bit. Okay, then with the arms extended, walk your arms over to the right and then place your left hand on top of your right hand. And now we're opening up more on the left side. So breathe into that. And come back over to the left and right hand on the left hand. When you bring the right hand over, it just opens up more space on the side. And enjoy your even breath through your nose. All right. Come back to center and then move yourself back up to table. And we'll come to kneeling. Extend your right leg out to the right. A little bit of bend in your knee and arch over here. So right hand gliding down. Yeah. And then turn your belly a little bit towards the ceiling. And bring your left hand back a little. So nice and open. Keep the shoulders down. Right on. Feel space through the ribs as you arch over. Yeah, I'm going to come up from that. That's great. Let's do the other side. So, left leg up, slide your hand down, right hand up, arch over. Good. Turn your chest a little bit, and open on the right side. Breathe into the right side of the ribs. And nice space, like rooting down from the hips down, and then from the hips up, length down as you arch over. Love that. Okay. Come back to center. And now extend your right leg forward. And we'll start by cutting the leg straight out and then fold over your leg. The hands either side of your foot. On each side. And then a little bit of bend in your right knee. So you're grounded in the heel and the top of the thigh. And reaching your heart forward. And then let's switch to the other leg. You're opening in the leg, but also think about opening to the back. So long through the ribs, long through the neck, breathing in all that space. Enjoy the breath moving out of the nose, down. Great. Okay, so back to the table. And now take your right arm up to the right, like a wing. And then twist your chest face to the side, and you can look up toward your right foot. So with the twist, just imagine that you're twisting longer, getting more space for your breath, open to the chest, open in the neck. And then bring your left right arm all the way through. Come onto your right shoulder, right side of your head. And you can push a little bit with your left hand to deepen the twist. And again, think like you're getting longer through the torso, being able to breathe a little deeper. Okay, unwind all that, and back to table. Right. Okay, left hand up, twist, open, long, head of the hips, and then bring your arm all the way through. Come on to the side of your head. Nice deep twist here. Yeah. Okay. Back to table. Inch your knees back a little bit, and then hips up and back, coming into downward dog. So in downward dog, in terms of like creating space for your breath, bend your knees a little bit and really reach the hips back from the hands. So you get a little bit longer space through the sides of the ribs. Bend in the hands, hips back, head between the upper arms. Nice room to breathe, breathing evenly. And then go ahead and walk your feet forward, and we'll come into forward fold. So you want your feet hips distance apart and parallel. And then you can pull on your elbows and let your upper body get heavy. So allow the upper body to deepen the stretch a little. And then you're creating more space for your breath too. Let go of the head. Oh, yes. All right, hands to the hips. Bend in the knees and come all the way up.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right, turn the palms to face forward. Nice and open. We'll just take a few movements with the breath. So as you inhale, raise the hands up. And then exhale the hands down, and just do that at your own pace. Really timing the movement of the arms with the breath. This is just a great way to get in touch with the breathing here. Allowing the breath to be nice and long and even side to side. is awesome. Okay, so the next time your hands are up, just keep them up there. Take your time to get there. Follow your breath. Wait for everybody. And then interlace your fingers behind your head. Bring your elbows in and armpits back, and then just arch back. So opening to the front of the chest, and with the fingers behind your head, you can kind of pull on the neck a little, creating the neck, making the neck a little bit longer. Opening to the chest. Breathing into your heart space here, evenly side to side. And then come back to center, raise the hands high, and exhale, fold forward all the way back down. Nice forward fold. Right foot back to a lunge, head forward, and build a space from your back heel to the crown of your head. So nice and long, big breathing, and then left foot back, downward dog. Lift up the back. Inhale, come forward, and elbows in as you lower down. Then point the toes and reach your feet back a little bit. So like raising one leg up and reaching it back, the other leg up, reaching it back. And then reach your heart mark forward and come up. So creating a nice space through the ribs and the neck. Here you get a lot of feedback, with your breath. So just feel the breath move in and out, and you can feel that against the mat. Long through all sides of your neck. Okay, then lower down, curl the toes, and find downward dog. Again, use downward dog to get a space through the ribs, even breathing. And we'll walk forward. Forward fold. Go ahead and take the hands to the hips, bend the knees a little bit, and then bring yourself up. Straighten the legs, and inhale, raise the hands high. Exhale, fold forward all the way down. Bring your right foot back to a lunge. And this time, keep the right hand down and raise the left hand up, and we'll twist. And head reaching forward from the back heel. Open through the heart, lean back a little bit. Okay, lower the hand and switch feet. So now left foot back, left hand down, right hand up. Twist. Long through the neck, open through the heart. Awesome. Okay, lower the lifted hand. And back to downward dog, please. Inhale, come forward to plank. Lower yourself down. And my favorite opening for breath here. So bring your right arm straight up to the right, and then we'll roll to the right. So you're kind of rolling over your arm. And you can take your left leg over the top, kind of deepens it. And look up toward the sky if you want. Really gets nice and open to the front of the chest. Just have to be careful. Breathe into the space in the front of the chest here. And notice your breath. Is it still even? Most likely, it's moving side to side, so it's just like recognizing, I have some power over this life force. Okay, come back. And other side, so extend the left arm out, right hand under the shoulder, roll to the left. nice and open. Breathe into that. Oh, yes. Breathing in and out of your nose, opening through the chest for deeper breathing. They come back. And now extend your right arm out to the right again, left hand under the shoulder. Glide the right arm up and bend at the elbow, and then we'll fold here. Just it very much changes the stretch. You can't really go as far. It's a whole different muscle. So breathe into this. You should leave today all oxygenated. Like, oh, there's so much air. So enjoy your deep, even breathing today. All right, come back and we'll switch to the other side. So left arm out and come up a little bit, bend at the elbow, and roll to the left, open, to the front of the chest. Enjoy breathing into your space here. Okay, come back. Then stack your hands on top of each other. And rest your head. And just let things go here. And great opportunity to really notice your breathing. Like really work on being in charge of it, making it even. Okay, so hands under the shoulders, and let's go ahead and go back to the hips up and back, head between the upper arms. Focusing on creating space, and then look toward the hands and take your right foot forward to a lunge. Keep the back heel lifted, and we'll come up and turn your palms forward. So you're looking forward, palms forward, nice and steady. And really open through the chest, so feel broad through the chest. Then raise the hands up, keep the shoulders down, and we'll arch back. So lifting the heart up, bringing the arms back, feel the shoulder blades kind of lifting to the heart a little bit, and then think about all the space for your breath here. Come up from that, hands to the hips, and back foot forward. And we'll switch to the other side. So right foot back, arms along the sides, nice and open. Through the chest, I'm going to raise the hands, shoulders down, and arching back. Square the hips to face forward. Come up from that, hands to the hips. That's great. Okay, so stand in front of the mat, stand steady in your left leg, and let's bring the right knee up. Hold on to your right knee. So, nice and steady. Good, and then take your foot and place it on your inner thigh or below your knee. Reach your right knee back a little bit so you're open more hips. Hands at the heart. It's great stability. And have the foot above the knee or below the knee or like a little kickstand. Which can be steady. Okay, then raise the hands high. Reaching up. And then as like a little bonus, think about arching back. So lift the heart up, arch back, look up. Feel space through the ribs, even breathing. And come up from that and release your hands. Yeah, great. Good job. Okay, other leg. So stand steady in your right leg and the left knee up. Lifting the heart a little bit. And this is its own side, so it might be a little different. So here, foot on the inner thigh, below the knee, little fixed on the side. Hands to the heart. Bringing your lifted knee back. And being tall, so there's space to the side of the ribs. And then raise the hands up. And then as a little bonus, you can arch it back, open to the chest. Makes it a little edgy. Okay, good. So release that. Staying steady, raise your hands, reaching tall, raise, go forward all the way down.
And let's move back to down. Hips up and back. And one knee and then the other. And then glide towards the plank. Bring yourself all the way down. And now let's just bring your hands back. So a little bend in the elbows. Reach your hands away, lift the chest. Shoulders gliding down, head reaching forward. And breathing into your heart space. Even breath side to side. Come on, as far as feels good. So that might mean, staying pretty low. It might mean reaching the way up. Okay, so release the hands. Stack the hands and you can rest your head. I like laying on the belly and breathing in really good, so the floor really gets feedback. It will build feedback. Keep curious about the breath side to side. Just noticing how it can move around, so being in charge of it. Okay, so come up to your forearms. And now from the left forearm, so curl in front of that. Then your right knee and track your right ankle. Pull your heel in. Tuck forward. Opening up into the space in front of your right leg here. Okay, and the other one. So left arm curl to the left hand, left knee, you cut the ankle. You space into the front of your left leg. Focusing on lots of room for your breath, even breath side to side, and deep breath, even charge. Okay, release that. And now let's do both legs for the joy of it. So bend your knees, reach back the ankles, curl the toes down. You can't find your feet, maybe your pants are reaching back, fine. Then push the feet back, lift the chest, lift the knees, come up as far as feels like it's a good idea.
And breathe. Okay, face down, arms along the sides, and turn your head to one side, and relax your cheek, relax your body. Feel how the breath when you move your body as you inhale and exhale. All right, let's come back to center. We made it this far. We'll do that last posture one more time. Bend the knees. Find whatever you can find. Push the feet back. Lift the chest, lift the knees. See if you can be long, more space to the sides of the ribs. And then real full breathing, even side to side. Curious about it, see if you can change a little bit. Make it all even. Okay, and release that down, arms on the side, rest your other cheek. Good job. So hands under the shoulders, curl the toes, and let's find downward dog once again. Yeah. Hips reaching up and back. Nice space. And walk the feet forward, come into forward fold. Hands on the hips. Bend the knees a little. Bring yourself up. Great. And then take your right foot back, curl to the back of the mat. Lunge into your left knee. And let's just use your hand to back. And first we're going to lean back. So just lean back and use the hands away and look up. Stay in a deep lunge into your front knee. So nice and open. Breathe into all that. Okay, then stay low in the hips, and then we're going to come forward to the inside of your front leg. Reach the hands up and over, really finding space through the ribs. Big, full breathing here. Strong legs. Even breathing. Okay, come up from that. Yeah. Hands to the hips, come forward, and then we'll switch sides. Bring the other foot back, so left foot back. And interlace the fingers behind the back, and we'll arch back. Opening up space through the chest for your breath. Stay deep in your front knee here. Okay, then reach the hands up and over. Fold to the inside of your foot. Keep the back foot grounded. Yes, the length through the ribs. That's a good one. Come up from there. Great. Okay, come to the front of the mat. Inhale, raise the hands. One more time. Fold forward. Work your way back to a downward dog. Sit back. And then go ahead and walk your feet through, and we'll come to a seat with the legs forward. And here, if you take your hands behind you and turn your fingers back, it can be really nice. It just opens the chest a little bit. Heavy in your heels and your hips, and then lengthen the crown of your head up. So reaching super tall. And feel, length and width for your breath. And then evenness side to side. A couple nice focus breaths here. Eyes open or closed. Sometimes it helps me to just close my eyes to get into it, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, so on your next inhale, raise your hands up, and then we'll reach way forward and find whatever you can, maybe your thighs, maybe your feet, maybe somewhere in between, and really lengthen with each breath. So on inhale, longer, exhale, folding. Notice the evenness side to side of your breath. Good, inhale, come up, reach the hands high. Okay, release the hands to the sides. Great. And lower down onto your back. Have your feet flat. And you reach your back. It's always so great to lay down. Extend the arms right along the sides with the palms up. Get your feet in a little closer. And then push down with the feet and lift the hips. And feel the outer upper arms more roll down, the back of the head really grinding down, open through the throat. Doing your best to be in charge of your breath side to side. And here we're really opening up the front of the chest so we can breathe deeper through the front body. Which is nice. Okay, then lower yourself down. Extend your arms out like a T. And then lift the hips up a little bit. Scoot them over to the left and then drop them down. So you're sort of off kilter a little. And then bring the knees in. Keep the arms wide, but the knees come in toward the chest and drop the knees to the right. So turn the head to the left. So really getting open on the left side of the ribs. Nice to think about even breathing and also breathing into the part that's being stretched. So here, we're really breathing into the left side of the ribs. All right, well, let's come up and then just adjust the hips. So lift the hips up, move them over to the right, drop them down. Drop your knees to the left, head to the right. Open on the right side of the ribs. Roll your outer right hip away from your right armpit. Then come back to center and inch your feet a little wider and let the knees fall together. Just really comfortable, should be really comfortable. Keep the arms wide and reaching the fingers away, just not like with a ton of effort, but just imagining your chest getting broader side to side, and then relaxing the arms. And breathe into all this space you have here. Some nice space. And really being aware of your breath, side to side, how deep your breath is. Connecting to your experience here. Finding a real feeling of control in the breath. And then let the knees come in toward the chest, and you can wrap your arms around your legs and lift your chest up a little bit so you're kind of squeeze into like a little ball, opening to the back. Nice squeeze. And then go the opposite way, where you extend the legs out and the arms over the head. So lots of room for breath. Reaching your feet away, arms away, big stretch. And then go ahead and bring the arms along the sides, palms up. And really settle in here. So, just a feeling of letting go, maybe taking a couple big breaths here, and then releasing everything. Settling into lots of space for your breath. And just, nice time to not really think about anything and let yourself just be here. enjoy deepening of your breath. We just notice like there's lots of room for the breath, and just the awareness of evenness of the breath side to side. Maybe having a little bit more insight about your breath. And then go ahead and move your fingers and your toes. And you can reach your arms up over your head, so a big stretch from your hands to your feet. And then roll to the right side. And we'll go ahead and bring the knees in. So you're in like a fetal position, which is kind of nice, or comforting. And move yourself up to a seat. Feels good. Sitting cross-legged or kneeling, eyes open or closed. It's great. Try to sit so you can sit tall with room for breathing. Take your palms together at your heart, happy heart. And we'll go ahead and share the sound Om together. And we'll do that one time. Take a full exhale. Deep, sweet inhale. Beloved me bows to beloved you. Namaste. Come on, thank you everybody.